Hey, this is Dustin Sanchez. Just want to drop a quick message for all my lawyer friends, all my business owner friends, anybody who runs some kind of advertising, some kind of marketing on the internet, how to convert these website visitors, these incoming phone calls that were generated from the internet into money. And this is a problem that I run into with a lot of my clients. You know, I help attorneys market their business on the internet, but this is a problem that I imagine exists in any business niche, whether you're a dentist, a chiropractor, an online marketing consultant like myself, a gym owner, anyone that uses the internet to generate awareness, convert that awareness into phone calls, and then somehow you have to convert this phone call into dollars for your business. I just want to go through an incoming phone call here, okay? And I have, let me make this a bit bigger. And let me get rid of this. Okay, I have titled this, How Lawyers Are Losing Money Every Day. You can see I have a few notes to myself, and they are highlighted in yellow. Then I have the actual law office who answers this incoming phone call. They are using brownish ink, and the font color of the incoming caller is of course black. And then once again, my notes are in yellow. Now, what you're about to see is a transcript that I have from a bankruptcy attorney, an incoming phone call to this attorney's office. Okay, the phone rings and the lawyer's answering service answers with, Smith Law Offices. This is Emily. How may I help you? Okay, and right away, this is a problem. Okay, someone calling you, it is your job, your mission in life is to eliminate any confusion, eliminate any possible confusion in the quickest and most efficient manner possible. So, a better way to answer every incoming phone call is to identify who the caller is calling. That's you. Identify your business. Identify what your business does. Identify who is talking, and then ask, how can I help you? So what is the most efficient way? What is the most effective way to answer this incoming call? It is Smith Law Offices. We help clients file bankruptcy with offices in Texas and Colorado. This is Emily. How can I help you? Okay. Because what you don't want is you don't want this incoming caller to be like, is this a bankruptcy attorney's office? Or I listen to hundreds of these phone calls every week to all kinds of lawyers. Without fail, 90% of the incoming callers don't know whether they've called the right number. They don't know what kind of law you practice. They don't know what you do, how you help people. So eliminate all confusion. Hey, this is the Johnson Law Firm. We help clients with divorce and family law in this particular state. This is Bob. How can I help you? Okay. Answer every incoming phone call like that. And if you have, whether you have a receptionist sitting in your office or whether you pay someone to answer your phone, you have a phone answering service, give them a script so that there is a way to answer every incoming call. Okay. And so the caller says, I need to talk with an attorney. I have a couple questions for him. And then okay, so here's just a note I made for this particular lawyer because they operate in two different jurisdictions. It was never asked whether they were calling about Colorado or whether they were calling about Texas. Just so happens this caller was calling about Colorado, but when the attorney gets on the phone, that attorney is talking about Texas law. And now you're confusing the incoming caller and you're losing the sale. Okay, so the receptionist says, okay, let me see if Miss Smith is available. What was your name? And the incoming caller, of course, says, my name's John Doe. And the law firm says, how do you spell that? The caller spells the caller's name. The law firm says, thanks, and what kind of help were you looking for? Well, the caller goes on to say, I had a couple of questions regarding I can't remember if it's chapter 13 or chapter 7, but which one is it where you still pay back the debt. It just stops interest from accruing. And so the receptionist says, well, that's a good question for Ms. Smith. Before I transfer you, may I just ask your phone number? So the receptionist has got the caller's name, first and last name, which is fine. Now they're getting the phone number, which is fine. What they don't do is get the dang email address. Why in the heck did you not ask for the email address? If you are not training whoever answers your phones to ask for the email address of every incoming caller, you are throwing money away, okay? You're just throwing money away for no reason. What does it cost you to ask for the email address? Some people won't give it to you, some people will give it to you. But everyone you don't ask, you're just throwing money away for no reason. For no reason at all, you're just throwing money away. I have some 20 clients right now that I can't pay. I can't give them money to ask for the dang email address so that they can follow up with this person. Because guess what? Nobody buys on the first contact. Nobody is going to give you money. This is a complete stranger. This is someone who went, they logged onto the internet. They typed something like Houston DWI lawyer. They clicked some attorney, some complete stranger out of the 14 complete strangers on page 1 of the Google search results, and they called that person. They don't know you, they don't trust you, and they don't like you. If they knew, like, and trusted you, they would have just looked for you by name, and they would have asked for you by name. This is a complete stranger who you are going to have to follow up with. You're going to have to follow up with this person, and now you have no way to do that. How easy would it be to 2 hours later send them a quick email? Hey, John, great speaking with you today. Just want to know, do you have any further questions for our bankruptcy attorney? Get in their inbox, get in their cell phone, become the lawyer in their life, because you're going to have to follow up, okay? So back to this phone call. The receptionist gets the caller's name and phone number. The receptionist does not get the caller's email address, okay? Caller's on hold for about 20 seconds while they go get the attorney. The attorney comes to the phone. Good morning, this is Jan. Yeah, how are you doing today? I'm good, how are you? I'm good. Hey, I was calling, I had a question. First off, I'm not sure which bankruptcy I'm looking for. Which one is it? Is it 7 or 13 that it's not the complete liquidation, but the one where you still pay back the debt? It just kind of stops the interest on everything. The lawyer answers, oh, that's chapter 13. And then the caller resumes. Okay, well, me and my wife are thinking about filing a 13, but I do have a couple questions. In that chapter 13, can you put student loans in there or no? And then the lawyer responds, you can't get rid of student loans, but you can make payments towards the student loans. And then the caller goes on, okay, and then I have another question. It's not necessarily a bankruptcy question, but with back child support, like my child support stopped. Like I don't actually have a child support payment anymore, but I have back child support. How long does that stay on your credit report? The lawyer answers, that's indefinite. If you owe child support, you have to pay that entire amount for your, okay, listen, these are buying questions, okay? This is a buyer on the phone. This is $3,000 plus on the phone that you're talking to. You are talking to $3,000 right now. This person, they're going to give their money to some bankruptcy attorney. They got issues. They've gone so far in the process that they've taken this giant leap of calling someone now. They're going to file bankruptcy. They are going to give their money to someone. This is the absolute best possible lead there is. A lead does not get any better than this. This is as good as the leads get. This is as good as the leads get, okay? The reason you're not closing, let me make my dang face bigger. I got to remind myself to be nicer. I get so mad because right now it sounds like I'm freaking angry, okay? The reason it sounds that way is because my friends here are throwing money away for no reason, okay? The reason you have to convince yourself that this person has money, that they are going to give someone that money. So what if that's a lie? So what if that is not true? Which one serves you better to believe? Which one is more likely to increase the chance that you'll be able to pay the dang mortgage this month? If you believe that this person doesn't have any money versus if you believe this person is going to hire somebody, okay? This person went to Google. They ran a search for a bankruptcy attorney. They called a bankruptcy attorney because they need bankruptcy attorney services. They are now talking to a bankruptcy attorney. They're going to give some bankruptcy attorney their money, okay? They're asking buying questions, and you are not recognizing this. And because you're not recognizing that these are buying questions, because you've never practiced sales, because you don't believe you can get any better at sales, you're going to lose this caller, okay? Okay, so the lawyer asks about his child support. The attorney says the child support payment will stay on your credit card forever. The lawyer is failing to recognize that this is someone who is trying to give this law firm their money. Okay, the caller says, oh no, right. I have a garnishment set up on that child support, but it does stay, but does that child support stay on your credit like a regular debt to where, or does it just like fall off after 7 years? And then the lawyer says something unintelligible. I'm not exactly sure what, but the lawyer then asks, how many years do you have on your payment arrangement? Okay, and then in my notes here, once again, I gotta like bring my tone down. I think that's why I turn a lot of people off, because I have this whacked out, I'm angry voice, okay? But I gotta bring my tone down so as nicely as possible. I have a note here, and it is this. What are you doing? Why are you asking this particular question, okay? The point of these incoming calls is not to have some kind of a chit chat with these incoming callers. Are you moving this? One, do you understand that this is a sales call? Okay, do you understand? Are you of the mind that no one's gonna call you and say, hey, take my money. Here's my credit card number, take my money. I know you're a complete stranger, just take my money. Here's my credit card. You don't need to sell me. That is your mindset. You need to change your mindset. Okay, recognize that no one's calling you just to give you their money. You're going to have to sell these people, okay? Are you just winging it, okay? Are you just winging it? $3,000 just called you and you're winging it, okay? You're just winging it. You have no process. You have no script. You haven't tested anything. You haven't A/B tested, experimented. You don't understand this is sales. Is this the first time anyone's ever called your law firm? Are you any better this year than you were 7 years earlier at converting incoming calls into money? Are you aware that you need to convert incoming calls into money? Are you aware that no one's going to call your office and just say, hey, take my money? Okay, these are mindset questions. You need to change your mind so that you can become better at converting incoming phone calls into money. Okay, back to the call. So the lawyer says, how many years do you have left on your child support payment? The incoming caller saying, I owe about 69 G's in back child support, and I pay about $260 a month. And here, the incoming caller is calling from a Colorado number, but the receptionist never eliminated that confusion. Never asked the man where he was calling from, what jurisdiction he was calling about. The lawyer never asked the man what they're calling about, okay? And so now the incoming caller is talking about Colorado and the lawyer is talking about Texas. And so you are increasing confusion. Confused people do not buy. Confused people do not give anyone their money, okay? So the lawyer starts telling them about the law in Texas, okay, with regards to his question. Incoming caller says, okay. Lawyer says some more stuff about the law in Texas. Incoming caller says, okay, cool, that makes sense. Okay, now here's the big issue. The incoming caller asked the money question, okay? All right, and what do you guys charge for a Chapter 13, okay? And this is where almost every attorney This is where almost every business owner is throwing away money, because the answer to how much does it cost is never a dollar amount, okay? A complete stranger found you, a complete stranger, on the phone, and they want to price shop you to the other 18 businesses in your city. So the answer to how much does it cost is never a dollar amount. The answer to how much of it does it cost, you need to build some kind of micro conversion, some kind of micro yes. The point of this phone call is to get them in the office. The point of getting them into the office is so that you can look them in the eye and create trust and get money from them and let's sign them as a client. Whenever someone asks you over the phone, they've never given you a single yes. They've given you no micro commitment at all. Whenever someone asks you, how much does it cost? The answer to that question is never a dollar amount, because now they're just going to price shop you, okay? The answer to that question is something like, well, we handle several bankruptcies all the time. Each of them are a bit different. If you come in for a quick 20-minute appointment, we can look over your case, and here's one we handled just like your situation. There was child support involved in everything, and this is the great outcome they got. And this is why you should come work with us. Now, when can we schedule you for a quick 20-minute sit down? Okay, then if they've made the micro commitment of leaving their house to go sit in your office for 20 minutes, they're much more likely to give you money. But if you just tell them, how much does it cost? It costs $4,500. Okay, bye. Let me go call 8 other attorneys and see if I can underbid you. So the man asks, how much does it cost? The lawyer gives the dollar amount. The man immediately says, okay, all right, I appreciate your help. Let me talk to my wife and we'll come up with a game plan from there. Okay, listen. All of these are objections. How much does it cost? That's an objection. Let me talk to my wife. That's an objection. If you've never read any sales book on how to handle objections, you're never going to be able to close these calls. If you spend 2 weekends reading 2 sales books, your income is going to jump by 50%. Minimum, okay? Because right now you don't even know that this is an objection. You don't even know that this is a sales call, okay? If you knew this was a sales call and you were expecting objections and you had practice handling objections, what to do when someone says, how much does it cost? What to do when someone says, let me talk to my wife, okay? When someone appeals to a higher authority, do you know what to do? Do you know there is even such a thing called appealing to a higher authority? No, because look how these lawyers are handling this call, okay? Basically, from there, the man just gives the old let me talk to my wife objection, which is called appealing to a higher authority. That objection is never questioned, okay? If someone says something like, how much does it cost? Why is cost a consideration? Is cost important to you? Why is cost important to you? Question the objection. Always question the objection. Basically, the man, she tries to get him by saying, well, we have payment arrangements. Now she's underbidding herself. Okay, the man asked how much it cost. The initial number was $4,500. He showed some lack of interest. Now she's underbidding herself to $2,200. Okay, there you have no sales training and you've never made an attempt to get any better, and you're flushing money away every month because you don't know that you're in the sales business. All right, because you've never educated yourself on sales, because the person who answers your phones at your business has no sales training, and your business doesn't even know that it's a sales call. All right. So the man ends up hanging up on her, and now you've lost that man forever. Okay. Maybe this client doesn't have the money right now, but this client is going to hire someone. Okay. This client has all kinds of problems financially, and they are going to hire some bankruptcy attorney to take care of it. Now, next week, they're going to log back onto the internet. They're going to run that same Google search, bankruptcy attorney, California, and they're going to call some other complete stranger. They're not going to call you because they don't know you. They don't care about you. You're not in their cell phone. You're not in their inbox. Now, if you were in their inbox next week with another follow-up email, surely you could sign that client. But now they're going to start this process all over again, and you may or may not be the attorney that they call. So you lost this call in several ways. 1, you didn't eliminate confusion. 2, You did not ask for the email. It cost you absolutely nothing to ask for the email, and you're not doing it. So now you can't follow up with this person. Nobody answers their cell phone. They're going to see an incoming call from a number they don't know on their cell phone. They're not going to answer it. So this phone number you got does you no good. It doesn't do you any good. Sorry, I'm trying to be nice. Be nice, Dustin. Be nice. And you didn't know how to handle the objection. You've not trained yourself to recognize objections and what to do to handle them. Okay. All right, that's it. I'm Dustin Sanchez. Sorry for being so mean and intense on this dang video. If you're an attorney, look in the description to this live feed. There is a link to the Help 1000 Lawyers Facebook group. Hopefully you'll join us. If you're a business owner, you just got some free training, no problem. You're welcome. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.